Well, you know the person we're talking about by that music video, veteran actor and musician, Jennifer Eliogu, right? Eliogu. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you for that correction.
Thank you.
It's good. You've graced our screens for so long and you are doing music.
Yes.
Why moving from, you're still acting?
Yes,
and you're doing music.
Yes.
Why?
Because I can.
I know, yes. Because you're just But why was music your first love?
Yes, I've always said that. All my interviews. I started with music in the sense that growing up, I was in the choir. So I did a lot of karaoke. I did a lot of live performances in school. I always knew I was going to do music, but fortunately for me, acting came first before music. I'm glad it did.
Acting came before music.
Yes, it did.
Was it that music wasn't paying at the time?
No, when I went into acting, it wasn't planned.
Oh, okay.
I stumbled into it. I had gone. I wasn't just at that time doing diploma. I followed a friend of mine who got a part in a film. I just wanted to see what it was going to be like. So I went and I was like, okay, I think I like what I'm seeing. And I asked to be auditioned. They auditioned me. They were impressed with what they saw. And that was it. Sometimes in 97, but I really started acting in 98.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, but we have noticed your absence for a while from the screens. For a short while, yeah.
In recent times?
Yes, yes.
I was away for a bit, but that was a long time ago. That was like 18 years ago.
18 years
Yes,
ago.
I got married and made two beautiful babies. My daughter just turned 18, so that's a long time. My boy is 14. So.
But why did you take that pause?
Why did I?
Take that pause. Did you want to be a housewife? Okay.
To make a family. There's nothing as beautiful as that. Giving time to family and then coming back to work. That's the best decision I ever took.
So after that, you've been really active in the
industry.
So
very
far.
much so. Very much.
Okay. So let's look at holistically.
Okay.
From where you're coming from till now, the younger ones will say old OGs and, you know, how has it been?
Things like the old Nollywood,
yes,
new
Nollywood.
How has it been so far coming from, let me use the word, the old Nollywood till now?
Well, fortunately for me, coming from the old Nollywood, I have come to meet the new Nollywood, and I remain as relevant as ever, so it doesn't make much difference to me.
Not much difference. So how's it been relating with the younger ones?
Easy.
On sets, everyday life?
Easy. I think the thing is, a lot of people people have an impression about me, I'm sure about everybody else. People think, you hear things like, oh, she's very arrogant, she's a snob, you know, the way she looks. I have this personality that intimidates people sometimes. Ooh, yes, okay. I think so, because they judge you before they even get to meet you. But when they get to meet me and we interact, they relax, they become comfortable. So dealing with the younger ones is not a problem for me, because I have younger ones at home, and you know, the only thing is for you just know where to draw the lines. True. So that you don't overstep your bounds, or they don't overstep their bounds. But other than that, I get along with them fine. In
terms of the craft, do you think the younger ones have what it takes? As looking at where you're coming from, and the fact that back then you have to be schooled in a certain way before you even get on sets. Well, back then we had time to rehearse, we had time to read our scripts, try to get into that character, finish with one character, get out of that character, then wear another one. But in recent times, you know, everybody seems to be in a hurry. So asking if the younger ones have what it takes, a lot of them do have what it takes. And you can see in the films that they have been part of. Then some of them just like the glamour that comes with the job. And it's the one profession that you don't need any kind of certification to be part of. So anybody can just be an actor tomorrow. Once you get on the blog or you get on the pages of a newspaper, you're a superstar. That seems like but below time separates the wheat from the chaff, definitely.
Well, what would you say about our growth trajectory, the Nigerian film industry? Speaking about where you started from in 1997 till today in 2023, what would you say about the growth trajectory?
I think we have done so well. You know, one problem is people continue to compare the Nigerian film industry to Bollywood, to Hollywood. Hollywood has been in existence for over 100 years.
Yes, yes.
And we are just, what, 20-something, 30 years in existence, and we have come this far. You know, we're people that we're very tenacious, and we learn fast. We've come a long way. It can only get better. I know when we started. I even know how much I was making when I started, 25,000 naira a year.
Oh, my God.
But now,
film?
Yes.
Was 25,000 naira in 1997 was a lot of money?
98. I got in 97, but I started working, filming in 98. So I always say 98 because that's when I shot, I got on screen for the first time. But comparing then to now, gap is wide. We've done well in terms of stories, in terms of equipment, in terms of quality actors. A lot of us who started from way back are still here. Maybe some are not, but a lot of us are still here, impacting on the younger ones. Much as they have their ways, they do their stuff, but it's still okay. There's some of them that listen. There's some of them that want to learn, and they do learn. Some take out time on their own to better themselves by, you know, some will go to acting schools, some will go for classes and stuff like that. Some watch a lot of movies. I watch a lot of movies because I want to learn. You never stop learning as long as you're alive. So I can tell you that we have done so well. Our stories are beautiful. Our movies are going to film festivals abroad now. It never used to happen before, you know, because it takes a lot. Picture quality, sound, effects, all of that put into, you have a lot more people, and then you have a lot of younger directors also who are very savvy, you know, they're very savvy, they're very daring, you know, very creative. So times have evolved, and so has our industry.
Yes, but I remember back in, if I say back in the day, you think I'm an old person. I'm not. Well, back in the day, schooling in Surulere, I see a lot of actors back there around Nobi.
It was the hub.
Masha, it was the hub of actors. You see likes of Ramsey Noah, DGN, you see Emeka Rola. I see a lot of them.
AGN,
you know.
DGN.
Yes.
Guilds.
You know, but there's this one situation that has always crept up in the sector right from then even till now is the issue of sex for roles. Yes, I said I was going to ask you that, but does it still happen till now? And what's your take?
I don't know if it happens. It didn't happen in my time, and I can't tell you that it doesn't happen because I'm sure in every industry it happens. I think that Nollywood has been picked, and this issue is being overflowed. Yes, I'm sure it happens. Abroad it happens. Now, what happens is, if someone is asking you to give what you don't want to give, you're an adult. I'll only frown when we're talking about a minor. But in the case of an adult, I know that it's wrong, but oftentimes we have a choice to make. It's your decision. Have people made passes at me in the industry? Yes. Actors, directors, you know, producers. It's my choice to say no. It's my decision. And I can tell you that in 25 years of being in Nollywood, I haven't had that history. I'm speaking for me now. Okay? So, and there's so many things involved in this sex for role thing. A lot of young girls will come out and tell you, oh, he says to me, if I don't do this, he won't give me a role. Walk away. If you're confident enough in what you have, walk away. Try the next director. He might not be as corrupt as this one.
But there's the mindset that it goes everywhere. Lecturers
in school do sex for marks.
Yes, yes, they certainly do.
In the banking sector, it happens. In every institution, it happens. It's for you as a woman or the person at the receiving end to decide what you want. So, and then you see a lot of young girls now who come to auditions. I've been to many. You come to audition.
Just let's hear it.
Half naked.
Half naked. Okay. That was good.
If you're going to a party, it's a different thing. flaunt it. I mean, we all flaunt it. I do sometimes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But you can't be going for an audition and you're half-dressed and you're going to be auditioned by a male who is able. I don't know what you expect. If he's not responsible, he will hit at you. He will hit on you. It's natural. I see the young girls, and sometimes I will tell them, you come back and you say they're asking for sex, but you create the atmosphere for that to happen. There's certain people you can't go and tell, I want, if you don't come, meet me in room 7. They're the fear face now. Come on. But when I throw myself at you, I give you the opportunity to say things to me that you have no right saying to me. And if you say those things to me, I have a choice to walk away if I'm not desperate. Because the bigger problem now is not the asking for sex. I'm not saying it is right, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
But the ability to walk away, a lot of them don't have it. I can tell you that now.
Or would you say that that is a part of desperation on their part?
It's not part of desperation, it is desperation. When you're desperate to have it. And you only do that when you're not sure of who you are, when you're not sure of what you have. Because if you're sure of what you carry, nobody will tell you, give me this to get this. You would know that it's only a matter of time. You will get there slowly but surely. But you see a lot of these young girls, they don't have slowly but surely in their, they work for them. So what are we talking about? I'm not denying the fact that it doesn't happen. I'm just saying that as many times as it has happened, a lot of people walked away. And some who didn't, it worked for them. But the thing is, if he gives you roles today, he's not the only producer in the industry. He's not the only director. What happens when he's not there? Yeah. How do you sustainability? When you attain that celebrity status, how do you sustain it? Because that's where the problem is. If you don't have it to give, there's nothing you can do. That you enjoy it temporarily.
You spoke about sustaining celebrity status. How did you sustain yours over the last 25 years?
Without scandal.
Yes, without scandals.
I'll tell you, it's an intentional act. Okay. Very intentional. I'm not a perfect person. I know that. I have my faults. I have concerns. I have things that bother me as a human being. Now, what I have tried to do is not to let you into my private world. When I say you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we understand.
Because my job exposes me enough. You know all you need to know about me. Every other information about me, I give you on a need-to-know basis. There's nothing to hide. I just want a little bit of privacy. And when you're able to do that, there are two things. You might not be as popular as everybody else. You might not be on the faces of newspaper, blogs, and all the time. But for me, that peace of mind that I enjoy when I'm not on set, I value it more than anything else.
Okay.
And Asa is one single off my new album. Okay. And it's a song that extols women. Asa simply means a beautiful woman. But in this sense, we're talking about a beautiful woman who has confidence, who has beauty and brains.
Beauty and brains, yes.
Hardworking, and still very useful to you in the other room.
Okay.
That's a complete woman.
Yes, a complete woman, I agree. Thank you very much, Jennifer, for coming. Of course, the Screen Goddess has been on our screens for
25 years.
Man, 25 years. It's a long time, but it's a really good one. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.